Yeah, I'm just fixing my camera real quick. Hold on. My daughter was playing with this and she basically made it look all weird. Mm. Okay. Okay. So okay. All right, so I think we're good like that. Yeah, I have 7 spots remaining for readings. Okay. Actually, 6 now. So if you would like to have a reading done for me, please send your donation to PayPal, Chime, or Apple Pay. I do not take super chat, my loves. Okay. But I am open for readings. I have 6 spots left right now for tonight. $20 or more get to choose which deck they want for their reading. Donation means there is not a specific amount. The more you donate, the more questions I am willing to answer, and the more detail you shall receive. Okay. Hey, babes, how are you? Mariah, if you would like a reading, you will have to send a donation to PayPal, Chime, or Apple Pay. If you look in the top, you see the white bubble on the top of the chat. That is where my information is posted. My Apple Pay is listed. My direct link to PayPal is there, and so is my Chime information. 20 or more, you can choose whichever deck you want. The more you donate, the more questions that I will answer. Okay, more detail. That's how it works. Absolutely, you pay first. I mean, you can ask anything that's in my scope to answer. I mean, I answer love questions. The only thing I don't really answer anything medical, anything having to do with the law. I don't get involved with that. Okay, pregnancy questions I don't answer. Other than that, I answer anything else. Okay. or anything that's like, because people ask me some crazy stuff. Like, I don't do conspiracies. I don't do any of that. Okay. But yes, love, you do have to send a donation first before your question will be answered. If you send by Apple Pay, please let me know, darling, because it's not gonna notify me. I have to go in there and check if you decide to send by Apple Pay. No, it ain't nothing to do. Okay, Mariah. Okay, baby, hold on, let me check. Okay, so your name is Zainab, and this person is. Hold on, let me see. Atil. Okay, let me go ahead and put you on the list. Hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, so what is your question? Type your question and also choose which deck you want for your reading. You don't want me to mention that person's name? Okay. But yeah, one, two, or three for your deck of choice. Number two, what's the future? Okay, are you guys in a relationship or just seeing each other? What does the future hold for Zainab and you're not in a relationship? Okay. What does the future hold for Zainab and what does the future hold for Zainab and what are both of your signs, by the way? 9 of Pentacles. Your Aries. You don't know it yet, so he must be new to you. Yeah. So right now, Zainab, I feel like at some point there will be clarity from this person, or you're gonna at least see the situation or see him for what it is. I just don't feel like this person is necessarily ready. Especially if you're wanting something serious. I don't really feel like he is. Okay. Or at least that's what it's showing. Okay. I feel like this is someone who's kind of coming up as like non-committal. Hierophant is in the reverse. So it is kind of coming up like you would feel disappointed in him, okay? But until like that clarity comes through, whether if it's within yourself or from him directly, you might find yourself feeling kind of confused or feeling like he's giving you like mixed signals, okay? But like I said, I think you'll finally come to the conclusion that this person's just not, they can't give you what you need. This person's just not ready. All right. The Hierophant reverse says that's a lack of tradition. That's a lack of wanting something committed or serious, not being prepared for that. Page of Pentacles is also that energy here. Death is clarifying. Knight of Pentacles. It feels like this is someone who kind of needs to focus on themselves. Somebody who needs to better themselves in some way, shape, or form, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, whatever it is. Okay. But I don't really feel like this person's ready for any forms of commitment with you. But I think this person might kind of keep you in the dark, or you might find things confusing with this person. Um, but you know what they say. If it's confusing, if it doesn't make sense, sometimes it's just not really for you. Um, but that's kind of what I'm getting from this person. It feels like somebody may still have some healing to do or something like that. Could also be someone needing to make sense of their baggage, okay? Kind of heal their baggage. It doesn't really feel like someone's prepared or ready here. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now for what's going to be the outcome of this right now with any energy, okay? So it may, it's going to eventually become clear to you that this person, like I said, is not able to give you exactly what you're looking for, okay? Yeah, clarifying the sun is the full sorry, the King of Wands. So, King of Wands oftentimes can be a man who's passionate, who can do certain things or be charming at times, but most of the time, from what I've seen with the King of Wands, is someone who's not necessarily seeking like a relationship, okay? Yeah, I kind of feel like someone who can kind of like stand to, grow in certain areas in their life, and I just don't think this person's able to give you what you need, okay? I feel like you're looking for the emperor. You're looking for someone who, the emperor type of man is someone who's responsible, reliable, ready for commitment, ready to step up. And I don't feel like he really is. Okay. Based on what I'm seeing here. I feel like you're looking for husband material and he's not that. Okay. At least not right now he is. He isn't. But you're welcome, baby. Did you have any other questions about this person or Does he have any feelings? Does have any feelings for Zainab? No, he doesn't have romantic feelings for you, honey. I'm sorry, baby. He doesn't have romantic feelings for you. His feelings are strictly uh physical, sexual, and um, casual, but not romantically exclusive towards you at all. Okay. So I think in the future you're gonna figure out and see exactly what his true colors are, and that he's just not in alignment with what you're looking for. I think you're looking for someone who has structure, somebody who wants something traditional and committed, and I don't think that he really desires that, okay? So, you're welcome very much, babe. Have a great night. Or, well, I don't know where you are. Morning, afternoon, any of those. Hey, babe, how are you, sweets? Welcome back. Welcome back, sweets. And hi, Hazel. Welcome back. You also do yes or no question? I mean, yeah, I do, Mariah. Where you putting your paw on my face? Where you putting your paw on my face? Why you did that? Put your paw on my face, fella. Or something off of me. So what it depends on what general you want. Like, do you want a general like love reading? Okay. Because if you want general in all areas, that's gonna be way more of a donation, my love. Okay. 'Cause that's way more information. So of all areas, that's like you would have to donate at least, 50 for that. But if you just want to know like for one area like love, we can do you a general for $20, okay? What's coming towards you in love? But I mean, yeah, I mean I do prefer specific questions because then you can get a specific answer. So Yes, for if you want to know if you want a general love reading, on what's coming towards you, absolutely. Thank you so much, baby. I really appreciate it. Did you still want the same deck? Okay, which one would you like between one and two? Number one. Okay. All right. What is coming towards Zainab in love, angels? What's coming towards Zainab in love? Zainab. What's coming towards Zainab in love? Okay, so we have judgment. I mean, it's possible he could kind of still show up in the energy, but in your energy, what's coming towards Zainab in love, please? Zainab, what's coming towards her in love? Okay, so I feel like this could be the energy of the person that, you just asked me about here. Um, I do think this person's gonna reach out and stuff, but it just kind of feels like they're a little too immature. All right. And I do feel like you're gonna be faced with some kind of an decision. Whether are you gonna like continue to deal with this person or are you gonna place boundaries on this person? Okay. Because I do feel like they're immature and they really can't give you what you need, Zainab. Okay. I mean, they could be another Aries like you, but we also have Pisces. So I feel like you're gonna have to stand your ground with whoever this person is. Okay. It's coming towards Zainab in love. The Ace of Cups. I think this person could potentially kind of like love bomb you, it feels like. It's like they would say all the right things, but you don't really see like you don't feel even feeling wise, you don't feel like they're serious though. Okay. So even if right now I'm talking about in the future with what is saying that's coming here. I think that they may say some things that may be sweet or they come off that way, but you also with the Nine of Swords feel, like you don't really feel good with this person because you feel like it's one-sided, and I think you are correct, okay? It is one-sided. I think this person's not taking things seriously as you are, and that could lead to you, feeling very stressed out and weighed down. And I do feel like this person's kind of coming in and out here of your life. It's coming to Zainab in love. So, that judgment is going to remind you, like, hey, this person keeps repeating the same pattern, so maybe they're very flighty. Maybe they come in, they say some things, and then they disappear, then they come back, and they're a very flighty kind of person here. Okay. Yeah, it feels like whoever this person is, they abandon you. and then they come back in again and all this stuff. So I feel like spirit's like, look, when you identify this pattern and whoever this person is, you're going to have to set those boundaries and, put that person in their place because they keep coming in and out of your life. All right. Okay, yeah. So I feel like this person, they're breadcrumbing you. And the reason why they're showing up, honey, is because this is someone that you're currently talking to. This is someone who's currently, in your energy right now. This is why they're showing up like that. So I do think again it's gonna be important for you to know your worth and not to just, allow this person to repeatedly act this way with you and give you the bare minimum, okay? You're gonna have to draw the line somewhere with this person. Because you know, the Page of Cups, if that's showing up, especially for a woman, does indicate that this person that's in your energy is not very mature. All right. They're not very mature. And as I told you before, I feel like, you're looking for a husband. You're looking for somebody mature, responsible, reliable, and this person is not. Basically, it feels like they're kind of just like, playing games here, Zainab. So basically, it's saying if you, allow this person to keep doing that, the only thing that will happen is that you're going to get your heart broken, okay? Over and over again. So the Emperor again is that energy of, well, this is Aries right here. But this energy is calling you to like, look, tell yourself, okay, this person is not on my level. This person is not being reliable. This person acts childish. They act immature. So you have to take them at face value in what you're seeing, okay? They breadcrumb me, they abandon, they ghost, and they come back in and give me the bare minimum. Okay. So this is all about knowing your worth here, Zainab, and not allowing this person to continue to violate your boundaries here, okay? Um, Let me pull from where is my this one right here. Let's see what this one says. Love for Zainab. What does she need to know? What's coming here? Yeah, so the same thing is coming out, heartbreak. Yeah, as I told you before, I feel like you would end up disappointed with whoever this person is. Okay. This is someone very immature. And then with the intuition card, it's telling you to don't ignore your intuition. Um, I think you're a very intuitive person. Sometimes you do ignore it, but you have to listen to it if it's telling you that this person is ain't shit, if it's telling you this person's not good for you, make sure you listen to that feeling. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. I don't know if you have this person on social media, but social media is showing up in snake. Deception, shady, temptation. Yeah, so this person's kind of coming up as a liar, someone not to be trusted here. Um, Magnetic attraction. I mean, there may be a physical connection, there may be lust or something that is exists between you two, but I feel like beyond that, it's really nothing there with this person. Okay. I'm just telling you all types of stuff. And I think that you could develop anxiety dealing with this person because it's like one minute they come off sweet and it's like they say the right things sometimes. And their actions don't really basically line up with what they're telling you. So it's gonna stress you out. It's gonna stress you out mentally. All right. I mean, that would stress anyone out. Um, one someone says some shit and then they just do something completely different. So this person's a player or something like that. Okay. It says charming, manipulative, unfinished business, back and forth, patterns. So this person's coming in and out your life. They're very back and forth here, Zainab. Hey, sweet honey, how are you, baby? We're both lawyers in a case. I'll choose another one. Yep. So that's what I'm seeing. For you. Well, I asked about love in general, my love. Okay. So I think there is a connection between the previous reading, the previous person, and this current energy, which is what's coming towards you in love. Okay. I mean, the cards are not necessarily picking up on another person right now. The cards are only going to pick up on what's strongest in your energy. So if it's this person that you just asked me about that you're interested in, it's going to still reflect that person's energy in your reading. Okay. Now, it would be a different question if you ask, you know, who's the person that you will have an actual relationship with. Okay, that's a different question. But a general reading for what's coming towards you right now within the energy, that's what it shows. Somebody who's not very serious, but they come in and say the right things, but then they disappear and they come back again. It's not someone who's intentional, okay? Yeah, I know that sounds, I mean, it's sad, but you have repeat cards coming out of the same situation. So I think the most important takeaway from that is don't ignore your intuition. If the person feels shady, or if it feels like this, if you even just get a feeling that they're immature or that they're not serious, just listen to your intuition. Don't allow it to go on for that long and overly invest and get your feelings involved. Okay. And most importantly, don't fall for words, fall for actions. Anybody could say, I love you, I like you, and I've been thinking about you so much. And anybody can say that. But what is the action that this person is showing you? Are they coming in and out of your life? Are they not stable? Okay. Is this person doing anything that shows real commitment towards you, getting to know you, being with you? No. So at that point, don't invest yourself. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, the cards will only reflect, the strongest energy right now in your love life. All right. Especially if you ignore the red flags and you continue to still deal with them and allow them to linger in your energy. Before you know it, it's like you're wasting time and weeks and weeks. And that's why the cards are showing that, because you don't know how to take a red flag as a red flag and, decipher like who is serious and who's not. All right. But like I said, for what I told you just now, once you hear something like that, that should be your cue to, okay, well, you know what? That person's playing games. Well, I'm not dealing with them no more. And that could help the energy to change to where the cards can show something else because you're being discerning. But if you're not being discerning, you know, and you just ignore it, the red flags, or ignore your intuition, that's why the cards would keep showing that, okay?